Hi. Hello, Benson. Hello, Mbiamore. I've done some videos in the past, like the last two I think were deleted because I used somebody's music. No, but that music is not mine, but unfortunately the last two may have been deleted if you are following me, but I gotta move forward. Now they don't need my help today, so I came back here to have some time with you, okay? Samuel, Maggie, Joseph, Umwana Vera Nyabonyi, Abel, Roberto, Vincent, Eunice, I love you all. Thank you for your love. You are the reason I'm here. Your motivation keeps me moving, okay? So, we've been talking about building your home. Building your home. In fact, your relationship, you have to do it by yourself. You have to determine to do it by yourself. You are the one who determines what kind of relationship you want to have. So today, in this book, I'm on chapter 4, seeking compromise. So today, my topic is about compromise. Compromise. How do you compromise in a relationship? How do you manage to stay even when there is a conflict? Actually, to be in a relationship is to agree to be in conflict. Whenever you seek a relationship, you are actually seeking conflict. Why? Because we've got the different temperaments, we've got the different desires, we've got the different motives, we've got the different attitudes, we've got the different goals in life, everything was different. In fact, no mokungu nera the same. Aka kini una bantu babere kero kene no monto ya kila muntu akakinere nkasa akinere with different temperaments, different personalities, different attitudes, different desires, different goals, different everything different. Actually, the major difference you already know. One is a man, another is a woman. That is a difference, a big difference in itself. So to desire to be in a relationship is actually to agree to be in conflict. You are asking for conflict. You are asking for conflict. Why? Because you are different. You are a man, he's a woman, she's a woman. You are a woman, he's a man. That is difference number one. In every relationship, we have to know that we are different. And the conflict is inevitable. Why? Because no some biology or massage, or some biology or mukungu, you will know. Through the biology, you will know there will be conflict at some point in time. And I want you to define the conflict in a positive sense. Conflict means different. Okay? Kaya the conflict, I mean, mbai wana ini ekiagara yo mano masaje yo no makungo ya makarengera lieko yo ndarengera lieko yo ndataketeke. But how do we manage to stay together? Body, how have I managed to stay with Job for 24 years? We are two different people, actually very different in personality. For those of you who know us, walimoto manyete yareno mwana buma pasta nchetindio mwana buma pasta. He went to all church school all his life. I went to public school all my life. He had a different language of understanding Kurusovo. I had a different language of understanding Kuruseito. You know, we are two different people. He is short, I'm tall. I'm a woman, he's a man. Moroj, I'm just telling you that actually seeking marriage is seeking differences. Quit dissolving your relationship because you think you are different. You must be different. You are different. Actually, you are different. Marriage is about conflict. So today, I'm here to help you understanding a key. You don't have to dissolve your marriage simply because things are different. You can learn to work together so that moro isi enkaya ino obuhama tego ino bomenye. Okay. So, home improvement goal for this chapter ego tebanga ki negotiate conflict and seek compromise. Iwa negotiate conflict. Riyenjera moko beka differences chaino chibege ntekem. Na inde mori yenjera moko tuara a common ground. Tiganda la define this word negotiation. Na go define conflict. Conflict, it means different. You have different goals, different desires, different aims, different attitudes, different understanding, different perspective. That's conflict. A conflict means you don't have the same thing. Okay, how do you negotiate conflict? Let me define the word negotiation for you. I like looking for understanding again the dictionary. Let the dictionary be your partner. A dictionary beke dictionary yange yago koy ego tebana ki negotiation dara define ya marieta ya vere. Negotiation means you are discussing to arrive or it's a discussion. Negotiation n'abantu ikaranza ama bakwane nengambo ne barasa. Negotiation ne barasa mwakarorira abagaka bakoro bakarangirie barasa ikerege ntuki aberenga ngomusacha ngoma na bari no mukungu abagaka barangirie barasa nga nchuto ikaranza togambe. Negotiation ne barasa barasa mukungu no musacha bakorangira nie barasa baikaranza bagamba. Negotiation n'abayibori n'abana bakorangira nie barasa baikaranza bagamba bayigwana naki wana tokarenga na yajirega ine barasa. Negotiation ayeseke uzie barasa. But it's a discussion aimed at reaching an agreement, a dialogue. Yani abantu baikaranze negori yoko igwana. Omete sa zingine ngo ikaranza dore nyomba tubwate gori yo gwato monto ne kabiso mwata bunenda. Yani ota edoko mwara kinga you are the best na yo gwate bana naye kemanyi nayo bibwete. Negotiation in marriage, negotiation in a relationship requires an understanding to reach an agreement for a common goal. Okay? Actually, it's a dialogue. And why do we need to negotiate? What is the importance? What is the benefit? Because it gives you success in even business relationship. It gives you success for life in general. It helps you to build your relationship. It fosters goodwill despite differences in interest. Yani naki abante karaba karansama watu wale barasa ekwa gacho boamate yare ta goodwill yani kira yo maganira ntio yo ndama ya talia. In fact, in negotiation you can't think about me. You think about the other person more. You think about the interest of the other person more than you think of yours. Ekero gocha korangiria barasa egoria onerina how do I na kingo konyo yo minto to iguane aseringane na kingo mokonya to iguana aseringane tali na kingo montagora egranye agacha. That is what we do in our homes. We tear down others to build ourselves. You can never build yourself by tearing other people down. When you tear me down, you tear yourself down even more because now you don't have any support. Okay? So negotiation, the importance of negotiation, it fosters relationship. It builds your relations and fosters goodwill despite of the differences as couples, as family members, whatever conflict you have with the people. When you negotiate, it's like you are building the relationship. Okay, why do we need it? Because we need to learn the skill of negotiation because we are different. Our viewpoints are different. To what the different needs, sit down and negotiate. There is no one size fits all. How we can solve our relationship issues is not the way you can solve your relationship issues because our differences are not the same as your differences. So there is no one size fits all. You have to learn. You have to learn to know how to be able to negotiate your own conflicts. Already now every conflict in marriage, in a relationship is inevitable. And conflict is inevitable. If you want to maintain a relationship, you have to know the word mutual. In a negotiation, you have to learn what the word mutual means. Mutual means both parties. Mutual means for me and for you. It is never for me by myself alone. Yani ngekero mogo ikaranza ko negotiate vinto bia ina bana manyana ki ego limogo ikera is for both of you together, not just for one person. Ego liyo even ngego konyo musache konyo mukungwe konyo mwana konyo moibo, it's for both parties that are involved. Too much for the word negotiation. But before I finish, omanyanga, in order for you to improve negotiation skills, go ikomanya mnogo communicate na bantu. Your words matter. Your tone of voice matters. Where you speak them matters. How you speak them matters. Go and learn the skill of communication. It will help you to know how to negotiate your conflicts more. Actually, manyamuna moko gamba, manyamuna moko tuara chibarasa, asoko gamba issues mowate in your marriage, egara mochake go tuara obomo. I've told you, we are quite different in personality. He is a man who desires to, he gets energized by being by himself. I get energized by being with people. So how do we get together? In a negotiation, we have allowed each other space. He knows, when I've now known him, he needs time by himself. I want to have your time by yourself. My wife needs other people to thrive. So sometimes he agrees and takes me out to other people to because that's how we are. We are very different. He knows I can talk, and sometimes he can be very quiet. That is okay. We have learned to adjust with it. I'm giving you examples. We were planning for a trip because he was graduating last month, actually this month, the first week of this month. So we were leaving Florida, Michigan. No graduation ya recover, and we had to travel. So engenga either tugenda twensi negali ko Florida mpaka Michigan. Wose ntangane ndi ndege ngende go prepare vinto ngende go prepare vinto galia, so that the indosie abantu babe ready for the graduation. So idea ya engenga ayali ndege go tangane 1 day or 2 in advance injengi na abande ko rumaiga. But I also wanted the road trip with my husband because I want to enjoy the trip with him. I want to enjoy the journey. So I was like, so what do we do? So that was a conflict because you need to go. Okay, and go. Okay, and go prepare for this graduation. In his desires, he was honest. He wanted it to succeed. But in my desires, I wanted time with my husband for the 3 days of travel from Florida to Michigan. I wanted to be with him to enjoy the journey. So what do? We could fight over this and not enjoy at all. So what do? During negotiation, you have to learn how to compromise. Compromise is the next word. So what we did, we compromised on. We compromised. Give up. In order for me to join him all this time, I had to give up something. He had to give up something. And we both enjoyed the journey. Conflict. Now, a common goal. You can have a conflict on how to achieve them. So, just know that in marriage, conflict is inevitable every day. Don't just run away from your marriage or your relationship because there is some differences. Differences are meant to be. Let me define the word compromise before I go on to the book. Somebody put a thumbs up for me, I will run away. I don't intend to spend so much time here. Compromise is actually an agreement or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side taking concession. Yani aki a compromise that na bantu once babere creo magotebanga, I will take some part in this. You know, esa kama no monto ya mawa compromise kila litu atakuwa na compromise fatigue. We have to learn to give up something for the relationship. If you are fighting for yourself and you are in a relationship, you are doing the wrong thing. You can't fight for yourself. Fight for the relationship. Fight for your marriage. Ruanerera enyuoma yao. Takwe ruanerera buno musacha. Takwe ruanerera buno mukungu. Ruanerera enyuoma yao. Ruanerera team yao. I always tell you, you are a team. Mwensine team weye mo working towards a common goal. Takwe ruanerera yabune player. Ruanerera team yao. That is what compromise is all about. In fact, it is the ability to listen to both sides and devise an acceptable position for both. Take a rank your mago kwana, take a rank your dago kwana, rank kere acceptable as a once babere. In compromise, ebinto na batabi yeta mutual concession. Toiwane twensi chipatibere. There has to be adjustment. I'm giving you synonyms. Yani no word just. Compromise no word just. Or word just. In fact, I have never forgotten. I remember the words of my pastor that I did during my wedding. Yani it's like I hear them in my heart, my head every day. Pastor Joel Nyarangi, when he was how do people compromise in marriage? So he was telling us, Gladys, Moisewa ikanyomba. Job, Moisewa ikanyomba nyana mwachakre kuruanere trisa. Pastor John Nyarangi, I want to meet him one day again. Tinda mumera bwangoiga. Moisewa nyara mwachakre kuruanere trisa iguana. Ngabantu na bakuruanere trisa. Igore trisa iyo. Embeo liberera lyabuchire nyomba ya sieke trise yo embeo ya nyali igore trise liberera ya ichoire nyomba ya sieke trise yo embeo ya nyali. How do you compromise? Everybody anda babere bonsi they are true in what they are saying. Their desires are right. Job wete embe liberally abuchire nyomba Gladys yo bokendu wanyali. And actually that is really in our house. Every time I enter the house, I feel it's so cold. I run to the namnyoka wocha se AC controller na chikobeka liberera. Omogako go ikanyomba budago ikanyomba iga. Oh, it's too hot. Omnyoka wocha se AC o chikobeka embeo. So how do we compromise to one? Ekerondo chinga liberali amonyalire igonkoli Yesu eta nabeka. Ekeraro chinga obokendu bwanyalire na bakorora obosi bwana bwachakira igakogenda orusichanga chinyi obeke yange relight ombekera liberera nyomba. So nyamo kurwanirere trisa sieka trisa yo liberera embeo yanyalire igore trisa yo liberera abuchire iwana mo igore robacho. Open it just slightly. Because osakaba selfish go sieka trisa throughout oyo amaliberera limoite oisakaba selfish go ko igore trisa oyo ndembe moite. Pastor Joel Nyarangi takurwanire trisa igora robacho. Open just a little bit. That is compromise. He gave us another example. Moike nyomba oyo matebenche nyiwete ndie viasi oyo natebenche nyiwete ndie obokima ya keke viasi ya njere nyiwete ndie obokima ruga byonsi bibere beko obokima boke igemesa igoro beka ne viasi bike igemesa igoro abantu bonsi kiro yo maigunga na he belongs to this family. The family does not belong to one person only. It does not belong. Marriage does not belong to a woman. It does not belong to a man. It belongs to a man and a woman. So, sieka etrisa igore etrisa robacho. Anya moko ruanira ngandagera kimoko li ruga chionsi kira ya macho alenere liatagete. That is compromise. Compromise, it means you adjusting of conflicting ideas or opposing claims, finding a middle ground. So in building your home, if you have to build your relationship, you have to learn how to negotiate conflict as well as to compromise. Compromise. In compromise, there are 3 things that you can do. One, in fact, I think your perspective is better. I'm moving to your side. Debate. I think the last time debate was in high school. Debate one opposing side. If on your argument better, move over. Put off your pride and move over to the other side. That is compromise. You have compromised because you want to make your relationship succeed. However, if you can't move over, then both of you move. You meet at the center. This is where we meet. Illustration ya kanisa. Osakoligiri sakara olike number 6. Tigandara yelikaga. Olike number 6. This is number 6. Kereti gabna mbega teiga number 6. Lakini nyonchole iga omontoni na bakora 9. Akora 9. So sometimes in relationships you would be seeing 6, I would be seeing 9. It doesn't mean when I see 9 you see 6. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It also doesn't mean you are right. It means you are right, I'm right. And nobody's wrong. So what do we do? In such a situation, I know just 9, just 6. What do we do? Let us find a middle ground. We can find 7 or 8. Again, toko iwana 20 babere. Yani asencherendeng aki. I could be right in my perspective. You could be right. But what is right for our relationship? What do we do for now? Move a little, I move a little, don't negative. That is called compromise. But sometimes it may not be a possible negative. So what do you do? Let's meet later. Postpone the argument. Postpone the discussion. Postpone it. Give yourself time to go and think through it, pray through it, and meet later. Meet later to discuss about it again. Sometimes when you give each other time, God will impress upon one of you of the best solution. Unaona na example, ekituata kitako genda Michigan, oyo mali nendego yo ndagenda negali. I said, okay, let's put this matter aside. We talked over it. We are all driving to Michigan. Okay, let's all drive to Michigan. How we come back to Florida, we will think about it. For a long time, I was going to fly back because I had to go to work. I was going to fly back because I was going to go to work. But guess what I did? Because I wanted to enjoy the company of my husband, I called off work. Let work suffer so that my relationship can flourish. But in fact, my work didn't suffer because that day we had even more than required nurses. For the next 2 days, I didn't even go to work. They had more than enough nurses. See, we would have fought each other for something that God had prepared way in advance. Some things postpone the argument for later. God will impress upon your hearts on what to do next. So, learn. These are words. These are English words. But these are words that you need to have at the back of your mind. The word negotiate. First of all, know that just you being alive and being a man and being somebody who thinks, it's a reason for conflict every day in your life. Because you think different than anybody else around you. 2, learn to know the word negotiation, that you need to develop a communication skill where you sit down and discuss, dialogue, mwakwana, mwiwana. At the back of your mind, learn the word compromise, adjustment. Learn the word compromise, settlement, agreement. How do we reach an agreement so that we can be able to build our home together? You do it yourself. Nobody gonna do it for you. But guess what? You do for others what you want them to do for you. I'm going back to my book. Thank God I was not a teacher. My students would have suffered in class because I explained too much now. I explained too much. Thank God I'm not a teacher, but my explanation helped my patients. They help my patients understand more. And when you give people information, you release yourself. So much for the definition. Here's what the author says in this book. I will read a few of it. Marriage. In marriage, you will always have differences. You will have differences in opinion. You will have differences in feelings. You will always have differences. Marriage, family life is full of differences of opinion. Where do we build our house? That is an opinion. I want differences. Go think through it. Marriage, family life is full of differences in opinion. Let them not divide you. Let them not divide you. Conflicts arise in a family relationship when 2 family members disagree on an issue. That's conflict. If you disagree on an issue, that is conflict. And it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Because we are different. But it's only a problem if every person insists that their view is the best view. If you always insist, what I said is the best, what I said is the best, that is when it brings a problem. But having a different opinion is not bad. It's actually not, it's healthy. It's healthy because you don't want to marry a robot. I don't know what I would do with a man who I told everything and he did everything I wanted. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would live if my husband wanted me to do everything he wanted just like he wanted it. I am not a robot. I have a mind. I think. So, it becomes a problem if you always want your way. We don't ask for conflict. They just appear. No one asks for conflict. They just appear in the normal flow of life. It just comes. You wake up in the morning thinking this, it just brings conflict. So what do? It is perfectly lovely for you to have conflict if you know how to negotiate the conflict. Conflict is inevitable simply because we are human. We have different thoughts, different feelings, preferences, and opinions. The key to family harmony is learning how to negotiate. Ekebunguo kia gotwara obuya obwamata obuya no kumanya na kimo gotwara ebarasa na kitogo kwanira ringaneri. And do so without damaging your relationship. Do so. Negotiate your conflict without damaging your relationship, without damaging the other person. Na watevinga tagora mukao asokuyagaja. Tagora musacho asokuyagaja. Tagora abana bao asokuyagaja. Negotiate conflict and build each other up. Now what I bring a compromise is finding a middle ground. The barrier to negotiation and compromise is your attitude. Attitude is generally a major influence on how we process conflict and how we compromise. Your attitude. What is your attitude toward the other person? What is your attitude toward your marriage? You approach your married life like you are approaching an opponent. I don't know how you do it. As if no mobisa. You are working toward a common goal. That is what marriage is supposed to be. I don't know. You can either see conflict as a step toward building a better relationship because oya rarebunege ntokyo gotagura naye bieka obwate a choice. A positive attitude that respects the values of other people makes compromise possible. A positive attitude yani obwate onye korengeretia maya toward your relationship. It makes it easier for you to compromise. It makes it easier for you to negotiate. Unabona? By the way, I'm such kind of a woman. I'm giving you an example. Omusacha igarengereti gosoma, erebse birengere bya igarengereti asome, agendera gosoma, anyore chi degree chaye chionsi chiri atagete, lakini tabwati enyumbanka. No mokungu munare gari arengereti nga mugakone ne skuru ale lakini priority ga kine nyumba. Nari gutware nyumba, nari gutwara omurembe. Ga kintu kiratobera nga ibono togoji. By the way, I was like that. Ekara twakarete nyangi naso eta saiga. Nanje tenga twa saiga lakini nkabero mugake kebera. Because ana munde batinga tata na achirega iga lakini induseri obosoko. Again take moran korere to give me peace of mind. Is within 3 years into a nyumba. I don't care what kind of a house. I call my own. That was a conflict. I need to go back to school. It stuck my mind if I die and if I die I don't have a house and I hated I hated it. So the first 3 years I took a loan, he took a loan, we built our house in Traya Gora Pacabana my own. You see, some conflicts in marriage are good conflicts because we just have different desires and needs. What is your number one priority may not be my number one priority. So having a positive attitude will help you. You want to understand why. Understand me why. Why do I need a house so badly? Because I need security. I need to be secure, emotionally secure na naikire buone nimbwate nyumba mama minto nacha nimbwate nyumba na haka na iruchiombe. You know that is a conflict. Ese gotoka nga neskuro ko nyakogenda kwanywa mire neskuro ko nyakogenda tubwate nyumba tutaiwa kana chiombe tutaiwa garagi. That is a major conflict in the life of a woman because she doesn't have security. So conflict just comes, not because you want it to come. It just becomes you have differences. So have a positive attitude toward your relationship. Explain yourself. Why is this important to you? Why is having a house so important to you? What is going on? And why is education so important to you? So how do we do this? Compromise. Let's put up a structure. Then you go to school. Actually, that's what we did. We put up a structure. He finished his doctorate. We are okay. I'll be going to school next year too. So, conflict is not necessarily bad. It's good because it builds you, not just necessarily you, it also builds your relationship. But guess what? There are some things in this life that you cannot negotiate or compromise. I've told you again and again, I cannot compromise my faith for my husband. Never. Never will. I will not. I cannot compromise my faith for him. Go compromise even their own integrity. I cannot compromise. I'm not sleeping with another man to have a son. I am not doing it. Ain't doing nothing. There are some things in this life that I can never compromise, even if it's my dearest husband who told me to do. You need to know that your first accountability is to God. If anything somebody wants you to compromise is against the will of God, then don't do it. Otherwise, bend, compromise for the sake of your relationship. It's very important. I see you want to come to the video. At the end, let me finish. Then I will invite you because while I'm usually echo. I've promised myself to buy earphones I have not bought until today. Gladys needs to learn. Maybe I need to stand up from here and go to the store right now. Sorry about that. Uncle Daniel, I saw you. So compromise said, I will move to your side. I will meet you at the middle. Or we'll come to this later. Okay? Let me give you a summary. Then I invite somebody who wanted to come in. Here is the summary of the chapter. My friends, put down the tug of war. Put down the tug of war rope. Bekengolinse. Mwasisi kanire mona bekengolinse talisegi mole takorwana. Taliaba bisa mole, you are working for a common goal, a common team. Beka chingolinse chaka siboka chaka gokwana. Chaka gokwanerana. Violet Mora, I will you may not be able to share from the group, but I'm making arrangements to make it available elsewhere. Okay? Difference. Let me read this paragraph as it is. Put down the tug of war rope. Differences in opinion are a fact of life. We know this, but somehow we pull against one another as if differences in opinion are not okay. Remember that differences in opinion and conflicts are in fact permissible and even productive if we handle them in a healthy manner. Just have a positive attitude. You need conflict in your marriage. You need conflict to grow. You need conflict because you don't want a robot in your life. Just know how to. Compromise for the win. Compromise for the win. Win-win. We both win. Nobody loses. On the time you lose, we both win. Look for opportunities to allow your loved ones to voice their opinions and get their way. Don't always fight for your way. It's never going to work if it's always your way. Then you didn't need to be married. You don't need a family. If it's always going to be your way, then live by yourself. My way matters too, in his ways. Okay. Remember, all middle grounds are not equal. sometimes you may be required to give a little bit more for the sake of your relationship. Don't count how much you've given up, because maybe God puts you in a situation where you are the one to give up, and that is okay. Just learn. What is your relationship? Who is in a better relationship to compromise than the other? I have told you, by marrying a pastor, I knew I placed myself in a place where I had to compromise more than him. Because he is employed by the church, and where the church wants him, he will go. But I am not employed by the church. I'm employed by the government. I can always ask the government to take me where the church has taken him. That is compromise. So I moved a lot. That is compromise. I didn't have to, but I did for the sake of our relationship. So know your relationship. The do-it-yourself guide. I will write it on the comments. Watch for my comments. Do it yourself. So not all middle grounds are equal. Sometimes you have to give up a little bit more if you want to build your relationship. I am able to give up a little more. You have to know. But what other options does he have? He didn't have options. I have to be the one doing it, and I knew about it. So change your attitude. Attitude in key. Differences as problems in your marriage. They are blessings in disguise. If you want peace and a harmony at home, you need to have a peaceful, harmonious attitude as opposed to a contentious mindset. Abantu abange babwate a mindset yesegi. Umuntu okwanegendo you are ready nechinkundi. Tako ba ready nechinkundi all the time. Have a peaceful mindset. A mindset that wants peace, not a mindset that is always ready to fight for myself. Don't fight for yourself if you are in a relationship. Fight for the relationship. See conflict as a step instead of a pest. Rore conflict egetambo kero gyo kwagacha tali buna chimbongi chikolio bwamate bwao. Eh? Compromise starts with you. You have to be the one to start it. We can't always wait for other people to take the lead. Instead, we have to continually improve our use of compromise so that we are modeling for and encouraging others in the family to do the same. In fact, you also have a peaceful attitude that you are always willing to compromise for the sake of your relationship. The other person will also seek. Now, by the way, I also need to do the same. So don't always. They must compromise. Then it doesn't work. It begins with you. It's always your turn, by the way. Always your turn. Take time out. If you find that a conflict get up, move. To get you and your family in the habit of compromise, catch yourself in the moments of conflict, call a time out, and then discuss what happened, work together as a team, not as opponents. Moisonde, narengegasi. I enjoy building relationships with my patients. I talk with them about what is their interest. So at the beginning of my day, I always ask my patients what they like. So this one were two men in the room that I was taking care of. I was taking care of two men in the same room. So I asked one of them, what is the most important thing I need to know about you? He told me about his family. So I was like, let's discuss about your family. How long have you been married? And he said, about 3 years. I said, oh, okay. How have you managed so far? You're in room in the next bed. Before he tells you, let me tell you about mine. And it was like, okay, go ahead. He had been married for 50 years. 50 years. And he said, maybe what I will tell you will help this other young man who is married for 3 years. He told me, I learned to take time out. Married 50 years. In my marriage, I learned to take time out. If I caught myself angry, I walked to my bedroom. In fact, I don't know. I walked to my bedroom and I sat there. By the time I was done, my wife was at my side. In the bedroom, that is a safety zone. So she walked to the bedroom and they resolved their issue. Just like that. Catch yourself getting angry. Catch yourself speaking harshly. Catch your emotions and walk away. Ask for a timeout. Conflict, it's not a call for a fight. It doesn't call for fights in the home. No. It calls for a timeout. To pray, to think, and to compromise. I'm done for today. You can get this book through Amazon. The Do-It-Yourself Guide that lasts. Do-It-Yourself Guide to Building a Family That Lasts by Dr. Gary Chapman. You can actually follow this guy. He even sends emails every day. The email I got from him yesterday was an email. Work toward improving your marriage. Seek information every day. So yesterday, this man sent me this email. Where is it? The 5 love languages. Actually, he sends every week. So yesterday, he sent me this email. He said, it's easy to imagine another person doing, have you ever been, I'm reading it the way it is. Actually, it's about conflict resolution and it's also about having an attitude. So it's, have you ever been in a conversation with someone who already made up their mind about you? Some of you have made up your minds about your partners. Without taking the time to understand all the facts, it's frustrating to say the least. They often put up their hand or interrupt your explanation before they've already made a determination or judgment about your motives, whether true or not. It's easy to imagine another person doing that to us, but what happens when we flip the scenario and we are the ones who have already made up our minds about another person? Have you made up your mind about your relationship, about your marriage partner? Sometimes what we think we know about a person or their behavior becomes an obstacle to reconciliation. What you have thought in your head, your attitude becomes an obstacle for reconciliation. So quit making up your mind about other people and listen to them. Start listening to people. The key, if you find yourself labeling others and putting them in a box, you always or you never do this, you have made up your mind about that person. You have become defensive. You want to win the relationship yourself. So this is what he says. The key to restorative communication is curiosity and understanding. Seek to know more. Seek to know more. Ask one another about their opinions. Why do they think what they think? Why do they want what they want? Why do they feel why they feel like? So, seek information. Do not make up your mind about people. Okay? Now, who wanted to come on? Maybe I can try now. Who wanted to come on here? Maybe I can invite you. I have about 4 or 5 minutes and I will end my video. Anybody? I'm gonna know it. All right. I wish you well. I promise I'm going to buy myself headphones today. So that next time you can come in and talk to your people and make this a blessing. What I said today is build your relationship by learning to negotiate conflict, knowing that conflict is healthy, and by compromising. Compromise. Okay? May the Lord bless you and guide you and teach you how to negotiate your conflicts every day. Otherwise, know that you are different. Bye.